Okay, let's do a quick review for this Cuisinart ceramic non-stick pan. Let me first off say that if you don't want to watch this whole video, we love this. We've been using it for a few weeks now, so it's not going to look brand new anymore. But it kind of gives you a sense of what it could look like for you. We cook all the time. We cook every meal at home. And so this is what just a few weeks of using it has looked like here. You can see this is the model FPS3324H. So this is the 3.5 quart pan. It's not huge, but it's good for almost anything. You can see the height there. It's gonna be a good 3 inches tall, 4 inches maybe. So you can use this for sauces, sauteing things, cooking meats. You know, if you, in a pinch, you could boil something in it, even for soup, something like that. So we've used it for all kinds of things, pancakes. I mean, we've really tested this. So I really wanted to give you a good review. We've really tested it. So everything from eggs to meats to sauces. So far, so good. I think a few things I would say here is a ceramic pan that's sort of non-stick like this. It has this really interesting kind of raised texture. And I think that's supposed to let kind of air and heat get underneath food so they don't stick as much. I find this is just as good, if not better, than our ceramic pans. I cook with everything here in our kitchen, so I'm going to compare this maybe to other things. It's not going to be as good as a brand new non-stick pan, but again, you're not getting, you know, if you're using like a non-stick, it's got all the, you know, I won't get into it, but non-stick pans are arguably not very good for you because of all the materials they're used to make it. So I think this is sort of a nice option if you are into ceramic. I have had some food stick in here, so I probably didn't use enough oil, but scrambled eggs, we had a one batch of scrambled eggs that did get kind of stuck in here. But otherwise, even just with a little bit of oil, I think you're going to be able to make scrambled eggs in here. I think you're going to be able to cook all kinds of things. If you're looking for like a silver bullet pan that literally could cook anything with no oil and nothing's going to stick, first off, I don't think that exists. I know there are some really high-end pans on the market, but I think this is going to get you a lot of the way there. And I think it is probably reasonable to expect, you know, if you're cooking scrambled eggs, you need a little bit of oil. So as long as you have that, I think this pan's going to do great. It has stayed pretty clean. It's easy to wash. It's built very, very well. Feels very solid. Very nice kind of stainless steel exterior. The handles feel great here. This gives you a nice long reach. But yeah, it just feels really solid to me. Last thing I'll mention here is the lid. The lid feels like thicker and better than most of my other. So I just was surprised at the quality of the lid. Just really well made. The glass feels really thick here. It's kind of hard to just describe or show you on video, but it just feels better and higher quality than a lot of my higher end pans even. So I think this is just like fits on here great. And it looks cool. Like, just to be honest, that kind of inside really has that cool look. So I'm sorry that the lid's not the cleanest for you, but there you go. I just would recommend this. Again, no pan's perfect, but I think this comes close. Could you spend like so much more money on pans? You could. Again, this one's not cheap either, but I think the price, I think the quality you're getting is great for the price. You're getting a very capable pan, and this 3.5 quart size is great for like so many things. You could use it to cook all kinds of things. So, all right, well, I'll stop it here, but I just 5 stars for this. I have no concerns. It's not perfect, but no pan is. So I think this is a really great choice. If you need a pan, a really kind of multi-purpose pan in the kitchen that sits out, I think this is a great choice. So totally recommend.
Alrighty, so this is the Cuisinart Nonstick ceramic pan. It has these really beautiful, I guess, this design or whatever you want to call it, but it looks really nice. I did heat it, so it's already on the fire. So let's see. I guess the best test to see about non-stick is eggs. I don't have metal utensils, so I'm going to use a spoon to test. It's not cheap. There you go. So I don't have the fire on high because I didn't want to burn it. So it's only very low. Give me a second to crack the rest of the eggs and we'll test it out. Alrighty, so that's done. So I did heat it pretty high before lowering the heat. Before I put the eggs in there. So I don't know. I guess it's the same thing like stainless steel. I should probably have put oil, but I kind of wanted to test it without it. Okay, so I cooked it a little bit and then I scraped it because obviously I used no oil, so it is sticking a bit, but I mean, you're supposed to use oil, but I needed to test it. So I did scrape it with a spoon, and as you can clearly tell, everything is still intact. There are absolutely no scratches. So whether it says to use the metal utensils, it looks like you can definitely do that. There's absolutely no, let me see if I can zoom in. So there you go, see? There's nothing in that business. So obviously the rest of it won't turn out great because I did not use oil, but so far so good. I love it. It's big enough that, see, I put 6 eggs. There's a lot of room if you want to add whatever you're cooking. There's plenty of room for this 10-inch. It's nice that you can use metal utensils or sometimes a spoon or fork without worrying about it getting scratched. Which means also I'll feel better about using maybe even a sponge that's a little bit more abrasive because I'm not having to worry about the coating coming off. So I think it's a great item. Next time put a little bit of oil or something to really, egg stick is just as the reality of the item, but I thought that was the best way to test it out. But now I'm going to switch to silicone though because it's stressing me a little bit, but it's definitely, there's absolutely not even like, you see, after you scratch it all off, it's completely clean again. Not one bit of scratch. Awesome.
This set is great. It is beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's just awesome. Super high quality. The handles are great. I love that I can stick this whole thing in the oven if I want to. I really like the lids. They're different than the other Cuisinart lids that I have, where they have this lip around the edge that really helps create a strong seal, and I appreciate that. This one comes with an extra handle here so that you can grab both sides, which is nice if you have something heavier in here, but this is a good size skillet, just so you understand. I mean, it's a really good size. So that's probably going to be my go-to skillet that I'll use for the most part. And then I'll likely use this for eggs. The only thing that I wish this set had was that I wish the small frying pan came with a lid. Other than that, really like that the handles have hooks. So if you have a pot rack, you can hang them up. I don't, but it's a really nice feature. Having had a pot rack before, I appreciate that. But really happy with these. Glad I was able to pick them up and looking forward to having them for a really long time, just like I did with my last Cuisinart set.
So, stainless steel. Some of the photos claim that it's non-stick. That's if you oil the hell out of it, and with enough oil you can make a rock non-stick. But if you think stick, like the eggs here, first layer is fine, and then you flip them and you're back to a non-buttered or oiled side, and they stick a little bit again, right? But even with this, still pretty stuck on. What I do like is kind of like regular stainless steel. And if it gets really, really stuck on here, and I'm talking about like really bad, it took me 3 times to do this, but it always works. But with a little bit of deglazing, all of a sudden, I mean, this comes off like nothing. So cleanup is incredibly easy. Even when it's like horribly covered, you can put no oil 1 or 2 times, just deglaze it, and it does work well. But I've had to start cooking with more oil, so that's how you cook. It's not a big deal. I expected from the photo that eggs would just slide around like nothing, but that is kind of deceptive. You have to oil the hell out of it. But the cleanup is easy. I like that.
tennis to the slide. They slide after I move a little bit.